Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another great episode of CIS News. Before we get into the actual news though, I want to shout out Anders Bloom and his friend Daniel, who is currently going through chemo treatment. This story touched me personally because a couple years back I had a great friend of mine, a really close family friend, pass away from cancer and had to go through several chemo treatments, and I personally know how expensive those treatments are. That link's going to be down below for all of you guys. If you guys can support Daniel, Anders' friend, in any way possible, by any means possible, even the smallest amount of donations, it would mean a lot to him, I'm very sure. So hope you guys can all check it out down below. And big shout outs, you guys all know Anders is one of the greater casters in CSGO history, and just a great overall guy and a great friend to this guy Daniel as well. So if you guys have anything you guys can give to him and support him anyway, please give the link down below, check out, and hope you guys all enjoyed today's episode of CSGO News. Thank you all for your great support. Let's get into it. Now I do want to apologize first off, guys. I have no tripod right now. As you can probably tell, I'm back in my basement, back at home for spring break, but I do apologize for that. That's why the camera angle is kind of weird though. For our first big story of CSGO News today though, we do have big NiP roster changes coming in, although not big enough, kind of anticlimactic here because they will be sticking with their 4-core roster on screen right now for all of you, and they'll be replacing Pyth for Epsilon player Draken. Now if you guys don't know about Draken, we've been talking about him for a long time. Many pro players, kind of unfortunate here because I wanted to say I called it, I saw it coming, but a lot of pro players saw this one coming as Draken was a really up-and-coming Swedish player. He's been on Epsilon opping for about the past year or so, apparently left that roster on rough terms, but although who would deny an offer from NiP from a lower tier Swedish team? No one would. Draken will be replacing Pyth as that primary opping role for NiP. Now also in words of Nell, I'll link his Twitter down below, he leaked this before anyone else, even before Decay, so a great job to him. He'll be replacing Pyth as that primary opping role and allegedly giving Forrest more freedom to play his own role as well as the rest of the team. So apparently opening up some new opportunities here for the team is Draken, the Swedish player from Epsilon, no longer an Epsilon. He is now an NiP favorite. Going to be cool to see how they do going forward. Now, although a lot of people in the community kind of upset right now, though, because they changed only one person, and that was Pyth. Everyone keeps on saying they keep on changing the 5th member. It's not going to do anything well. As many of you guys know, they tried to pull in Disco Dopeland, Michael Lilly that bought Pyth back. None of it has actually worked, so really no one's surprised if this does not work out either, but Draken is now an NiP. Good luck to the future, my man. You are now on the top tier stage. Well, they used to be top tier, but not anymore. Yeah. And in some confusing news for all of you guys, I just want to make you aware some Gambit changes should be coming soon, although once the whole Stark situation was announced, many of you know Navi Stark stepped down from that coaching role. He is still under Navi organization, contracted out under them. He's not, moved on to be a player or a coach or whatever he's going to do in the future as of right now. But ever since then, Zeus from Gambit's been trying to troll everyone by posting things like this on Twitter. He said, expect a new Gambit roster change or a new Gambit roster member sometime soon. He later said, no, it's not for the actual roster, it's someone for me, and announced just a couple days ago as well, it will be a project manager for him, but still he's been leaning towards some kind of Gambit change, as well as Hobbit tweeting out this. He said, kind of reminded everyone he is a loaned player. He's actually kind of a trial member for Gambit Gaming. He has not yet been signed by that team, making many people very worried what's going to happen when his actual loan does go up, because of course he's been playing very well, one of the more dominant players on Gambit as well throughout the major, one of those top tier players who really kind of broke out of nowhere, playing very well for Gambit. Everyone wondering if there's an imminent CIS Shuffle, because as well we had the Swedish Shuffle, we had a little Brazilian Shuffle going on. North American rosters are always changing it its way. CIS is the one region since the major who has actually not had a huge roster change. We also the French Shuffles change. So people thinking imminently enough there will be a CIS region shuffle coming sometime soon. As to who's going to be involved, we do not know, but expect something soon from Gambit, guys, because Zeus, he's not trolling for no reason, as put by Fish on Reddit. If you guys don't know who Fish is on Reddit, he's Gambit affiliated. Going to be coming sometime soon, a Gambit change. We just don't know what it is. And we also had some things hit the forums the other day about a potential FREAKAZOiD joining OpTic. Now I want to negate these rumors for all of you who are actually curious about this, because I actually tweeted out for a short amount of time, if OpTic do pick up FREAKAZOiD, I'll be heavily disappointed. Many of you do know Echo Fox did disband, but they kept FREAKAZOiD under their roster, under their organization, signed in a contract. No one really knows as to what he's doing for them besides streaming, but apparently he leaked this on screen right now for all of you during a stream. A message to Mixwell, apparently going to be joining their roster. Now I want to negate these rumors and have a reason why this might be an ESL Pro League tag. Maybe they wanted him to stand in for, instead of having Peacemaker as Hiko went to PAX. A lot of different rumors as to what this message was or why FREAKAZOiD was just kind of trolling everyone. I really do not believe that FREAKAZOiD will be joining OpTic, and you guys should believe this too. First of all, the main reason is Mixwell and Hector. Hector is the OpTic team owner, have both heavily stressed, as well as Rush, that an IGL is what the team needs. We've had Hiko, who went to the team and did not even IGL. It was a mix between NAF and Mixwell. They both switched off. Obviously did not work for them, going 0-5 at IM Katowice. They need an IGL, and they know this. Even Hector has actually come out and said they need an IGL. Now on top of of this as well, we also had fREAKAZOiD come out and stream and say he will not be signed to a team and for another 2 to 4 months, quote unquote 2 to 4 months. And as we know, we actually know Hector can trust the process and wait a long time, but with big tournaments coming up, it is not likely that OpTic will actually wait 2 to 4 months before signing a new member to their team. So I really can negate these rumors, guys. I do not believe that fREAKAZOiD will be joining OpTic. If he does, I just don't understand what the logic there would be. Here's a clip from him though saying he would actually be waiting 2 to 4 months before playing for a team. And I really don't think that maybe a top tier team like OpTic would even sign him in the first place, especially with his time off from the scene.
Yes, I will be joining a team again, but I'm currently under one with EchoFox. EchoFox is not sure what the deal is. That's their business, not mine. And team-wise, I'll be back in the pro scene probably in the next 2 to 4 months, something like that.
And literally just announced as I was recording this video, guys, apparently OpTic and Liquid have been in cahoots together about some kind of contracting out of players. Now, we're not sure as of right now. Decay's article will be linked down below for all of you, as I mentioned earlier as well. And just in the story before this, Decay's been doing a great job, as well as Mixwell on OpTic saying they need an IGL. Apparently not so much, because allegedly, according to Decay, guys, Liquid wants both Rush and Mixwell from Team OpTic to join their team. Now, allegedly, as of right now, this deal is just a 50-50 shot. So really heavy speculation here by Decay, but many of you guys know he's been accurate on most of his stories in the past. So allegedly, as of right now, Liquid gets Stanislav from OpTic, and they now want Rush and Mixwell as well. Going to be an expensive buyout, but who they probably replace would be JDM and Pimp, which makes sense because Mixwell or Rush can both secondary op. We'd assume as of right now that Mixwell would be their primary op, replacing JDM, and then of course Rush for Pimp, as he's been going off these past few tournaments as well. So at this point in time, guys, we can speculate due to Decay a 50-50 shot that Liquid will also obtain not only Stanislav, but also Rush and Mixwell from OpTic. Now, what they're going to do, though, they're going to leave Tarek and Naf out to dry, with Peacemaker as a stand-in coach as well. If this deal does go through without OpTic making any other changes, my personal thoughts right off the bat, guys, is OpTic CS will be completely shattered. They'll be done. I mean, who would Tarek go through? Who would Naf go through? Obviously, both players who have gone off. Naf especially been building these past few months, but who would they be left with? I mean, there's really no other tier pros they could go play with, and you certainly can't sign 3 players out of nowhere to make a team as coherent as they once were with Stanislav in their lineup. As of right now, though, just speculation for all of you, but a big North American shuffle is not only happening as we speak, but it's imminently happening, and we're going to be cool to see what teams pick up what players. But as of right now, Liquid, cool move. Kind of sucks. I'm sitting here in my basement, and I'm just talking to you guys like this slow right now, and I realize how fast I really do talk in these videos, and it's something I really need to work on. I really do apologize for that, guys. For all of you who are still sticking around because you can somehow keep up with how fast I talk, I am deeply sorry. I am obviously home right now, so today's episode did lack a lot of knowledge. I promise you guys my next episode of CS News should have some great stuff, and I do apologize as well as to why my episode right now is way behind schedule, is because when I actually have episodes here at the home, my internet is terrible and rendering takes so long. Uploading these clips to my computer actually takes way longer than you guys think, and then uploading the video to YouTube takes about 3 to 4 hours. So that's why today's episode is so far behind. But I hope you guys all enjoy. I will see you guys in a couple days with another trade-up video, and as of right now, I'm going to interview DeBears, a former CLG Red coach, as well as a pro player in the CSGO scene. If you guys have any questions for him, please leave that down below in the comment section. As always, live, love, laugh, lot. Remember, my name is Jake. Remember, I like you. Follow me on Twitter for more giveaways every single day. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Remember, I like you. Goodbye.